Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to go over a bunch of charts and give a summary of what is currently happening and what is probably yet to come. Okay, so let's just jump into the charts. Oh, and by the way, I I think I'm gonna keep this video to 14 minutes, and the reason for that is because I think it's time for me to start uploading these videos into YouTube. So be advised, I'm going to see if I can download the video as well and upload it into YouTube to my channel, just because I think it's time. I'm pretty confident with the system and the way it works that I think I should now go ahead and get a larger audience. Okay, with that out of the way, let's look at the charts, let's look at the indicators, and let's look at the cycles. So for Bitcoin, we're on the weekly chart. Um, Yeah, as I mentioned, nothing new here. I mentioned that we are in a downtrend, and the reason for that is because we have the 3-day MACD confirming the downtrend. And so the only odd part or the dangerous part here is that I should probably adjust not that far out, but around here, and maybe this one somewhere in here. That I have a potential pull down coming, a significant pull down um, sometime between Q3 and Q4 of this year because that's what the cycles are saying. Now, last time we had one of these major troughs, you can see the price of Bitcoin tanked quite dramatically. Now, if you notice the Elliott wave indicator saying that we might have a final upward push before we go down. So I'm not going to speculate that far out. I'm only saying cycles are hinting that this year's going to be rough regardless. So that said, yeah, we still have a major sell signal and other indicators are still pointing down. So again, let's jump into the 2 week. So here's what I mean. You see, like right there, the Elliott wave indicator saying that this was 3. So it's pointing into the trough, the wave 4 downward correction. And then wave 5 might be. So again, I'm going based on the Elliott wave indicator saying something here and somewhere here in the 34K, the 5th wave, which probably would touch the Fibonacci level up here, which is currently at 60,000. Now, is that what I think is going to happen? That's way too far out to project, so I'm not even going to contemplate that right now. However, notice the pivot point is saying 34K is a strong support. And let's go to the weekly. The same on the weekly chart, we have 34K. So 34K is showing up on two charts, weekly and the 2 week. On the monthly, the same. The monthly has the 34K as the support. So it could be that we're going to keep correcting until we get to 34. Now, if we break 34, then it's going to be a lot more painful. However, look at the chart on the monthly. Like look at the indicators, I should say. This one is barely was from the bottom beginning to move to the middle point and it's turning down again. This one is already at the top turning down. This one was topping or beginning to top and it's turning down. This one is already about to turn to cross down. This one is topping, turning down. This one is topping. This one right here has topped. This one is, you can't probably read this indicator, but this is neutral. The next one is already top, turning down. This one here, which is one of my personal favorite, but is beginning to top. All of the other ones are just in signal that it's very weak. And now looking at this, it would signal that, yeah, even on the monthly, again, look at the cycles on the monthly, people. And I'm doing this on purpose so that you guys can understand how they work. Watch. I'm going to draw it out. From this point here, this trough, rise up, trough. You even got the buy signal. Fuck. You got the sell signal, and then you got buy and sell, but you get into the trough. And then from here, you can see from this cycle, up and down. Now the problem here is that the breakout occurred right in between here, and so we're here now. So the question is there any room to move upward, or are we destined to continue down into the trough? because we're on the monthly is suggesting that, yeah, we're supposed to go below 34K. That's that's what the monthly tells me, and for those of you like, why does the monthly tell you that? Because these indicators are based on the monthly chart, so they're slow movers, and so when they top, that means it's a significant top, and you can see right there, I wanna say about 80% of them have topped. So now, there's this, LA Wave person out there, I forget his name, Prechter, Robert Prechter, I think. He's been claiming that Bitcoin is, according to LA Wave theory, that this was the 5th of the 5th, or like, and so he thinks, there's a extreme correction coming where he believes, and I'm not in that camp, 10K or lower. I'm not in that camp. I need to say it right now. I am not in the 10K. If we go below 10K, we have a big ass problem. But I will say this: the pivot point makes a strong argument. And I will say, using the pivot tool, we cannot and must never go below 24,000 because that will open the door to 6,000. So obviously, 24 is too strong, but right now we need to first get to 34K. Anyways, jumping into the next chart. So I don't, again, I want to keep to the 14-minute time to post on YouTube. Renko is down, meaning all the signs here are pointing down. Yeah, look at all the signs. Nothing here. So if you've seen my videos now, if you're watching this on YouTube, on my TradingView channel, I've covered all this in much more detail. So you're gonna either have to keep up with what I talk about, or you have to go back to my previous videos. Now, yeah, this is the 3-day MACD, so you all know how I use the 3-day MACD to uncover bottoms and tops. And in this case, right here, the bottom going up, the uptrend, turning down on the 3-day. 3-day you don't fuck around with, okay? And so we don't have any sign of reversal. So this is still saying pointing down until further notice. Now, you notice how this, it's not a Bollinger Band, but it's similar to a Bollinger Band, how it's beginning to turn down. So this is saying there's likelihood that, again, you see 34 is back in the picture, even on this chart. The 34K remains. Here's the chart I wanted to get to for the, like, if you pick up anything, it's this chart. Okay, so according to this one, I mentioned anytime we go above the red line on this indicator, it's an extreme overbought and the correction will be strong. Notice every time. So if we fast forward to the last time we broke out, I initially had the question mark, the percent drop. Like I didn't know, and this was back in December. And I said in December, I don't know what the hell is going to happen, but I just know that the drop is going to be somewhat significant. Well, January 10th was considered the top at 49K. And fast forward till today, the 22nd, we've dropped 20%. Now, if you notice closely right there, this indicator right here, it's about to cross down here. Just like when it crossed up here, it signaled an uptrend. It's about to cross down, signaling a downtrend. So, do we worry? If you're an investor like me, no, because you're waiting for a re-entry point. Okay. Didn't I have raincoat? Okay. Yeah. So this system has not changed. It's a strong sell, and again, we got a strong sell here. It's projecting more further strong downside. Even the indicators here are saying the same, stronger downside. So nothing new on this one. This one again. Uh, let me zoom in here. Still nothing new here. It's all pointing down, but there is a limit here. This is saying this one is has a support at 37, and I don't see a support at 34. But either way, it's in the mid 30s where I see the support. So I'm going to stick to the pivot tool. See right here, the same thing. This one is saying, let me just fix the pivot tool. There, the pivot tool is saying again 34 is the midway point. You cannot go below 34. If you go below, then the next target below 34 is 24, so 10K drop. Now, that also puts you in the middle Fibonacci line, which is this. This is a top Fibonacci, meaning the top of the price, which currently stands at 70. Middle point stands at 27. But again, we need to break below 34, but obviously that's TBD. But we still have a sell signal on this chart that's saying like we're not even out of the woods here yet. 10 minutes. I got 4 minutes left. Okay, so this one, my favorite. You all know that because of the MACD indicator. Uh, no turnaround. The 2 day is still in a downtrend. The 3 day, the one that I used to pinpoint trend reversals and all that, is still in a downtrend, and we're about to get the weekly. So once we get the weekly, that means momentum is more than likely going to pick up speed in whichever direction the weekly is. So right now the weekly is pointing down, and so if it crosses down, that means we're going to pick up speed towards the downside. Just remember that. The MACD, you all know, if you follow me on the trading view, you know that I'm a big fan of the MACD because it removes emotion and it just helps you. So shit, I'm running out of time. I am gonna keep it at 14 minutes. So I can upload this one to YouTube. Okay, so there you go. This one, the proprietary that I paid for indicators are still pointing down. These are the Kendall report indicators. Let's go with here. I'm just reviewing really quick, people. Uh, nope, everything is still now. Again, look, okay. I said on this chart, the 12-hour, we got an EMA ribbon short. The one that we want to avoid is the daily EMA ribbon short. If we get the daily EMA ribbon short, that confirms an extended downtrend of several weeks. All right, so I'm gonna leave it. The one I'm paying attention to is the daily bottom left corner. If the EMA ribbon, which is this bunch of lines here, if they trigger what's called a short, which is what you see here and what you see over here, but this time I see them here, that's very bad. Okay, so this setup here. Um, right. Again, the cycles here help me find the tops and the bottoms. So just for those that are interested in how this cycle system works, this cycle system is saying somewhere between late 2024 and somewhere into 2025, we might find the next top, but worst case, somewhere late 2025, we find the next top. So basically, Q3 2024 onward into uh, sometime in 2025, we are expecting the next major top before, just like this, you see here, a massive correction downside of these cycles. These are different cycles versus these up here. So the next, it's sometime in 2026 where we see a major crash, but we're years away. So right now, not to worry. Okay. I'm out of time. Like I said, I want to post this on YouTube. So I'll leave it at that. I'm just testing this out. So this will be the first one I post on YouTube, and we'll see if the channel grows organically. Later, people.